I gotta tell you, I've heard this band 10 or 12 times. Every time I hear them, it's just fantastic, and every time I am amazed by how the incredible level of talent that exists here in this town. And over again we see it, and breakdown groups that come out of this group have all played here. Corey's got a group, Derek's got a group. Everybody's kind of brings their little project to us, and we're really happy about that because it's on a very high level. But it's also a coincidence because our original opening date was supposed to be July 8th. And for some reasons of permitting and a bunch of other things, construction wasn't quite finished yet. We couldn't hit our target. So the next available opportunity for us happened to be July 18th. Well, July 18th is my wedding anniversary. It's 26 years today. No, you know where Marty. She's up there, Marty. And also, it's my mother's birthday. And so we were like, wow, opening on that date, it's got to be like, it's a divine intervention, you know. So we're very happy that happened. And now I want to know, is there anybody else here celebrating an anniversary or a birthday tonight? No? Just us? Okay, well there's 4. If that's not enough, I don't know. But I was hoping that we would have somebody else. Actually, a couple weeks ago, I put out a post on Facebook that if you have an anniversary or a birthday, please come to this show, because I think it would be so great for you to share your celebration with us. Anyway, I'm not going to talk much longer. I want to say that we accept donations. This is a nonprofit. We are supporting some great instruments here. Everybody really loves this piano, but it's expensive. We have a big, beautiful upright, carved top upright bass that the traveling musicians get to use when they come through. It's expensive. If you have any spare cash to donate, there's a jar out there in the lobby, and we promise we'll put it to good use. We also sell memberships. If you think you're going to come here often, if this is one of your, I think most of you guys are regulars here. I see a lot of regular faces, but I'll do the commercial anyway. If you think you're going to come here a lot, you can save a lot of money by buying a membership. They go all the way down to the 1 month at a time memberships and all the way up to the lifetime memberships. So if you're interested in doing that, it's you and a guest, and you can come to any show. We do a couple free shows a week. We have Tuesday nights, some guy named Chris Cortez plays, sometimes with a trio, sometimes with a solo. And on Thursdays, we do something called the Thursday Night Hang. And this is something that we created just for the musicians. There's a different trio every Thursday, and it's Marco Cortez does the first Thursdays. Dave Sheffield does the second one, and Steve Luciano does the third. And the fourth Thursday is me and Bobby Cole do duets on guitar. And we call it Thursday Night Hang. It's no admission. And in the second set, we invite invited guests. It's not an open jam or an open mic, but we have invited guests come up and join the musicians. Sometimes they're students, and they get to interact with the professional musicians, and it's a really cool thing to see that happen. One night we had 7 horn players waiting to play a chorus, basically. And Jeremy Frati was standing here at the end, and he played his chorus, and the look on all their faces was like, they were just so blown away that they were standing on the same stage with him. And then the next week it happened with Danny Jordan, and it was like, wow, this is amazing. These incredible musicians are standing next to these students, and then at the end they are all standing in a circle around their god of that instrument and going, tell me what to do, and the musicians are more than happy to do so. So they're getting all this incredible instruction, and we're just so happy to be part of that. This is the best big band you're ever going to hear, but there are 3 or 4 other big bands now that kind of want to take on practice. So this is going to be something that happens a lot more often. This thing is growing bigger than we thought it could, and we're really happy. I want to mention a couple more things before I go. I miss my friend Mark Pieschek and Vanessa Blakesley. Vanessa's on the road promoting her book. Mark is moving on to other things. We wish him all the best, and we hope to bring his next project back here, whatever it might be. And without further ado, how about a round of applause from the Orlando Orchestra?
Thank you very much. We're so glad that you could join us tonight. When Chris opened this venue, he spoke to me about doing something here, and I thought, boy, this would really be nice. I had no idea what it was going to sound like in here. He said he's got a small little warehouse. But man, I tell you what, this really is a great venue. When I listen to concerts here, I always enjoy it. And when I play on the stage, it's really a great feeling. I mean, you really can't get much closer. So it's a great intimate setting for us. So I don't want to talk too much here, but just to give you a little idea of how this whole group started, probably 2000, actually I moved here in 2004, and really I was a big band drummer. That's my thing. I really enjoy doing that. So I got here, I was looking for different things to do, found a few things. I met Paul Parker, who's in the audience tonight, and he was nice enough to give me some work with Michael Andrews, so I figured, hey, this is a start. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I did a couple other things. I used to sub with Don Scaletta's big band. He was doing the Stan Kenton thing, so I loved going to those rehearsals. But every time the gig came around, Barry Smith was available. So there I am sitting again, scratching my head, what am I going to do? So I figured, you know what, I'm just going to do something on my own. So I decided to put a group together. We did a few rehearsals, and originally I thought this is going to be a jazz orchestra. We're going to come at you and just really just play straight ahead jazz for you. And things kind of not really changed, but we broadened our spectrum as we went along. But our first concert, and I'll talk more about this, we were able to do a tribute to Buddy Morrow. So I had been doing some work with the Tommy Dorsey Orchestra, most of the dates in Florida at that time. And I really liked Buddy, really respected him. And I was thinking, you know what, Buddy's almost 90. We need to do something and really recognize him and have the community come out and say thank you for everything that you've done. So that was our first concert, and a guy from Las Vegas came in and presented a Lifelong Achievement Award from the International Trombone, what's the name of that group? Association, whatever. I don't play the trombone. Anyway, it's kind of a big deal. So I'm glad we could do that because unfortunately Buddy passed away a couple years after that. So what I want to do is just give you a little example of some of the things we did 10 years ago. That's not that long, but it's long enough where tonight we only have a handful of guys on the bandstand that were on the bandstand back in 2008. Dave Weaver was there from the beginning on the Barry sax. Dave McKenzie. Dale Edwards. Bob Thornton on the piano. And from the beginning and on and off throughout the years, we had Mr. John DePaula on the trumpet. So we'll start off the concert. When I was thinking this was just going to be a jazz group, this is the kind of material that I had in mind. This is a composition by Miles Davis called Nardis.